Welcome to The Holistic Entrepreneur with success coach, holistic nurse practitioner, and best-selling author, Bonnie Groessl. Bonnie shares inspirational and enlightening content to educate, empower, and facilitate well-being while nurturing the mind-body-spirit connection. This boost of positive energy will help you manage stress and make the most of your life, allowing you to thrive in the new normal. Now, please welcome the host of The Holistic Entrepreneur, Bonnie Groessl.
Well, welcome everyone. This is your host, Bonnie Groessl, here at The Holistic Entrepreneur. I am so grateful that you're sharing your valuable time with me. I so appreciate you. So if this is your first time listening, welcome. And if you've tuned in before, welcome back. I hope that you find this will be another valuable episode with tips and insights to help you on your way toward enhanced well-being. Now, I always want to remind you that the information presented here is educational, inspirational, and motivational in nature. I want you to take what fits for you and just let go of the rest. This show does not intend or is implied to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment either. I always want to remind all of us of that little caveat. Now, the other thing that I always like to do on the show is to remind you to take a moment for you. To take a moment and stop, if you can, and just breathe. But breathe with intention, noticing your breath. Just taking that moment to stop and notice the air coming in and the air going out. And make sure that exhale is nice and long. And then notice what a beautiful human being you are and how so many people love you. I want to remind you to just stop and notice and take a few breaths. Now, this may be the only moment that you take for yourself today, but it's so important to your well-being. The more you can do this, the better. So I leave it up to you with what you think fits into your life, but I can tell you, it makes a huge difference the more you do it. Now remember to check out the show page before you leave today. Everything that we talk about and ways to connect with me are linked on the show page below. So I'd love to hear how you're doing. I mean, you can post your progress or any questions really on the Facebook page at Coach Bonnie Groessl. That link is in the show page as well, because I would love to know how it's going for you. And feel free to private message me or tag me so that we can interact. Now today we're talking about love. Sometimes our biggest challenge is loving ourselves unconditionally. Many people think they love themselves, and they do, but it's really based on conditions. So if you get upset with yourself because you've made a mistake, or you don't think you're thin enough or smart enough or good enough, you love yourself conditionally, because you'll love yourself when you're having a good hair day, when you lose weight, when you do something. That's conditional love. If you love yourself unconditionally, all of those other things don't matter. Accepting yourself just as you are. Self-acceptance is really the first step to self-love. So having feelings of love for yourself and for others is critical, especially when we fall asleep each night. And we talked a little bit about this on our sleep episode, that it's really good to fall asleep with good thoughts. Well, have you ever heard the saying, don't go to bed mad? This is actually really good advice, because remember that conscious mind takes a break when you sleep, but your subconscious mind is always there, and it's going to fester on whatever you were thinking about right before you fell asleep. So if you go to bed mad, those are the thoughts you're taking to sleep with you. So because of this, the thoughts that we think before we go off and drift off to sleep are so, so important. Feeling love and appreciation and having positive thoughts in those moments just before we fall asleep is healthy for us. And then knowing that you're good enough, you're lovable, you're worthy, you deserve respect. Those are important things to think about, as opposed to going to bed mad or being upset about something. The more you love yourself, the easier it becomes for you to spend time with yourself and actually enjoy silence of your own thoughts and your ideas and your personality. It also tells the universe that you deserve those things that you desire and want in life. It allows the universe to begin to align itself in ways that will allow you to get what you want. If you love yourself, you know that you're worthy, and you don't need to prove it to anyone. To love unconditionally, it means that it doesn't matter what's going on in the outside world. It doesn't matter what the situation is. We love ourselves regardless. So self-love is a condition of awareness and a way of perceiving. The art of loving yourself begins with self-acceptance, as I mentioned earlier. Self-acceptance is loving yourself unconditionally and being happy with who you are. It's believing that you're perfect just the way you are. Now, that's not to say that you don't want to change something or improve. It simply means that you love and accept yourself right now, the way you are. It's an agreement with yourself to appreciate and validate, accept, and support you at this very moment. This is such an important topic that we're going to talk more about this next time, because it's important to accept yourself, even those parts that you want to change. Often when we think of love, we think of a heart, like a Cupid or a Valentine's card. But our physical heart within our bodies is also really critical in this sense. It's not just about love, but it's considered another brain. In addition to the brain in our heads, which we all know we also have what's called a heart brain. The heart not only puts out its own hormones and neurochemicals, but it also instantly communicates through electromagnetic and chemical information with the rest of the body and with other bodies near it. The heart is often called the home of the soul. When a person consciously focuses their attention on their heart, it affects the brain, and the brain affects the rest of the body. The energy of the heart can reach up to 8 to 10 feet beyond us. So one person's heart signal, and they've done research on this at the HeartMath Institute, one person's heart signal can affect another person's brainwaves. The heart-brain synchronization can occur between two people when they interact, and whether they're close to each other or they're having a conversation. The Institute of HeartMath is an internationally recognized nonprofit research and education organization dedicated to helping people reduce stress, self-regulate emotions, and build energy for resilience for happy, healthy lives. And they do all this research on the heart. And it's amazing stuff. If you ever want to check them out, I will put the link in the show page below. I want to share with you a simple exercise that you can do to activate this heart energy. So first, get into a comfortable position and place your hands over your heart. Now, you can place them over your heart on the left side of your chest or over your heart chakra, which is in the center of your chest. It's one of our main energy centers. We have little energy centers in our palms of our hands as well. And when you place your hands over your heart or your heart chakra, that's connecting the energy between your hands and your heart. And many people notice that they begin to feel warmth and experience a good feeling by doing this. It just feels good to have your hands there. And then breathe as we have been breathing. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth or your nose, but take that nice long exhale to activate that relaxing side of you. And as you're breathing in, I want you to imagine taking in all the love that's out there for you. Perhaps it's from your children or your partner, a dear friend, your parents, your pets, anything that helps you feel warm, secure, and loved. For some people, it might be a memory of a feeling that they had when they just first met their partner. You know, that new love feeling that you want to be close to someone and enjoy every moment. You don't even want to fall asleep because you just want to catch every moment of it. Or maybe for moms out there, it's that time you first held your new baby and felt that connection. There's nothing like it. Maybe it's your pet. Oh my goodness, dogs are so good at teaching us about unconditional love. I mean, you might have scolded your dog, they did something bad or you yelled at them, but it doesn't matter. They love you just the same. Their love is so unconditional. So as you breathe in all that love, notice how you feel. Feel the warmth and the joy that you have. It's good to imagine unconditional self-love as well. This is such a good thing to practice. We don't do it enough. This exercise is also a great way to fall asleep. If you have trouble sleeping, I have had so many people come back and tell me that this is what helps them fall asleep. And I use it myself sometimes if I need to. Placing your hand on your heart, both of them if you can. Crossing them is even better. But you know what? If you can't have both hands on your heart, just have one hand there. Say you're talking to somebody on the phone and it's upsetting to you. It's not a very good conversation. Well, you've got one hand holding the phone, right? The other hand can be on your heart. And you're going to feel better. It's just going to be not so confrontational. I tell you, this works. It's amazing. So having your hands on your chest, you can also send love to others. I like to imagine a pink ribbon radiating from my heart, getting bigger and bigger and bigger as I continue to breathe and reaching out to that person that I'm sending love to. And now you can use any color you want or any type of imagery you want. This is just what I do. But I imagine that pink color sort of surrounding them and penetrating them almost as it reaches their heart. And I visualize this pink good feeling spreading throughout their entire body until it fills their whole being. Imagine that they feel the same warmth that you do as you're doing this technique. I know it's a little woo-woo, but I am kind of woo-woo, so you will get that from time to time. But this is one of the best things that I have taught many, many people and used myself. So your action step this week is to practice this little technique. I call it taking in the love. It's great if you do it if you have trouble falling asleep, or if you're on the phone, or you're in an uncomfortable conversation with somebody, or something's not feeling good. Taking in the love is a great technique to use. So I hope you found this helpful. And until next time, I wish you health, happiness, and abundance. I want to thank you for joining me at the Holistic Entrepreneur Show today. I know that time is our most precious asset, and so I appreciate you spending your time with me. Now, my purpose is to be of the best service to this community. Whether it's your personal or your work life, I'm here to support you. The best place to get the latest scoop is at bonniegroessl.com. Everything is there. We can connect, and you'll find special offers and gifts that I have for you to help you attain the health, happiness, and abundance you deserve. And I encourage you to sign up for my monthly newsletter for more useful information and exclusive offers. The links are on the show page below. And finally, don't forget to subscribe to the Holistic Entrepreneur Show on your favorite podcast directory, so that you automatically receive the newest episode when it's released. Until next time, this is Bonnie Groessl, wishing you health, happiness, and abundance.